Hello everyone, in this video we will talk about chocolates and pizzas. Oops, I mean to say fractions. So in our previous standard we have discussed about fractions, isn't it? In class 4 you have learned about fractions and their ideas. Okay, so let's just do a quick recap of what fraction is. So suppose we have a chocolate bar. Wait, since we are talking about chocolate bar, the blue should not be the color. Okay, let's change it. Okay, now it's fine. Suppose we have a chocolate bar. Okay, and the chocolate bar is divided into 3, 4, 5 parts. And if I say out of those 5 parts I have eaten only 2 parts of the chocolate bar, then what is the fraction that I have eaten? The fraction that I have eaten is, we'll write it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 will be here, and the part that I have eaten is 2 will be here. Okay, and this 5 is called denominator, and this 2 over here is called numerator. Okay, so a fraction consists of numerator and denominator. Now let's take another chocolate bar. Before that I must tell you that too much of chocolate is not good for your teeth. But for this class today, we are going to eat some chocolates and pizzas. Okay, so let's continue with our class. So let's take another chocolate bar. Okay, like this. Okay, suppose this is our dairy milk. Okay, now if I tell you that I have eaten this much of the chocolate bar, what would be my fraction? You just tell me what would be the fraction. The fraction would be clear that out of the 2 parts I have taken 1 part. Okay, so the fraction will be 1 by 2. Okay, out of these 2 parts we have eaten 1 part, and the fraction will be half. Okay, now what if I had made this chocolate bar into 4 equal pieces? Okay, previously which part we have eaten? This part. Okay, suppose the chocolate would have been in 4 equal parts, this one, and this one. Okay, still if I tell you that I have, for the whole parts, of all the parts I have taken 2, will my answer change? Will the quantity change? No, the quantity that I have eaten will remain same. That if I write 2 out of 4 also, that is 2 parts out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 parts. The quantity will remain same or not? That I have eaten? Yes. Now tell me one thing. Had I made this chocolate into 8 equal parts, that is like this, total parts is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And of that 8 parts, I have eaten this much quantity, which remains same. And this much quantity is what? 1, 2, 3, 4. So my fraction will be 4 by 8. Now in our first case, we have considered 1 by 2 for this quantity, this part. For 2 by 4 also this part, isn't it? 4 by 8 also this part. I am taking different fractions. What I am saying is that my value or the quantity of the chocolate is remaining same. That means what? We can say that this 1 by 2 is same as this 2 by 4, and this 2 by 4 is same as 4 by 8. So we can write them equal, isn't it? That means the value of this 1 by 2, 2 by 4 and 4 by 8 are same. These 3 different fractions have same value. Okay, now this kind of fractions which look different but they have same value. Okay, these fractions are called equivalent fraction. Okay, equivalent fraction means what? The fractions whose value remains same. You can see the half was same, this quantity, 2 by 4 also was this quantity, and 4 by 8 was also this same quantity. Okay, that means equivalent, these kind of fractions are called equivalent fractions. Now taking the concept of equivalent fraction only, we'll eat some pizza. Okay, enough of chocolate, now we'll eat some pizza. So suppose we have a pizza. Okay, pizza comes in the form of a circle, isn't it? Now we know that a small size pizza comes in 4 pieces, like this or not? Have you eaten or not small pizza? Okay, so we know that a pizza comes in, this small pizza comes in these 4 parts. Now if I say I have eaten only this one part of the whole pizza, so what will be the fraction that I have eaten? The fraction that I have eaten will be 1 out of 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the fraction will be 1 out of 4, isn't it? Now consider, had this pizza been in 8 equal parts like that. See, I am taking the same pizza, and now this pizza is in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 equal parts. Now my quantity of pizza will be same. This much pizza I have eaten, isn't it? But now out of this 8 part, what is the fraction of pizza that I have eaten? 2. 2 out of how much? Total number is 8. Now whether I take 1 by 4 was this much, and 2 by 8 is also this much. That means what? 1 by 4 and 2 by 8, they are equal or not? Yes. So in that case we can say that this 1 by 4 and 2 by 8 are equivalent fractions. And what was our equivalent fraction? Fractions whose value remains same, constant. Okay, so understood? I hope yes. So enough of pizzas and chocolates. Now let's come back to our mathematics. Now we will see how to find equivalent fraction for a given fraction. Okay, suppose we are given a fraction, so there are 2 ways to find equivalent fraction. 2 ways, and these 2 ways are by multiplication and by division. Okay, these are the 2 ways by which we can find an equivalent fraction. So let's talk about multiplication first. By multiplication. Okay, so by multiplication, how to find equivalent fractions? Suppose a fraction is given 2 by 3 and we have to find its equivalent fraction. Okay, so what we will do, we'll write 2 by 3, and with the numerator and denominator we will multiply with same number, but we can take any number. Okay, any number if you multiply, but the number should be same. Suppose if you take 2, then multiplying with 2 both. Okay, 2 by 3 multiplying 2 into, it will be what? 2 2s are 4, 3 2s are 6. So 4 by 6 equivalent fraction of 2 by 3. Again, if you take 2 by 3 and multiply with any other number, say 5. Okay, you can take any number. I have taken here 5, but you can take any number. Okay, so this fraction will be 2 5s are 10, 3 5s are 15. 10 by 15 again, equivalent fraction of 2 by 3. Like this, by putting any number, you can find its equivalent fraction by just multiplying them with same number. Okay, like this you can find uncountable numbers of equivalent fractions. Okay, so this was the process of multiplication. Now let's talk about division by division. How to find equivalent fraction by division? In division also the process is same, just we have to do division in both numerator and denominator with the same number. Like here we have done multiplication and there we will do division. Okay, suppose our fraction is given as 10 by 12. Okay, so 10 by 12, if we have to find equivalent fraction by division, we will divide 10 and 12 by same number. Okay, suppose we are dividing 10 and 12 by 2. Okay, so here you need to take a number which can divide both of the number without leaving any remainder. Okay, suppose if you take 5 in both the places, 5 will divide 10 but not 12, but we have taken 2. So 2 will divide 10 and 12 both. So 10 divided by 2 will be what? It will be 5, and 12 divided by 2 will be 6. So 5 by 6 will be an equivalent fraction of 10 by 12. Okay. Similarly, if we take another number, say 12 by 24. Okay, how to find equivalent fraction by division? Suppose we are dividing 12 and 24 by both say 4. Okay, so 12 divided by 4 will be 4 3s are 12, so it will be 3, and 4 6 are 24, it will be 6. So 3 by 6 is an equivalent fraction of 12 by 24. Further, if you take 12 by 24 and divide it with say 6 also, okay, then what you get? 12 divided by 6 is 2, because 6 2s are 12, and 24 divided by 6 is 4, with 6 4s are 24. 2 by 4 is also an equivalent fraction of 12 by 24. In this way, by division method, we can find equivalent fraction. Okay. Now what we have discussed here, how to find equivalent fractions for a given fraction. There are two ways: multiplication and division. In multiplication, how we find equivalent fractions, and in division method, how we find equivalent fraction. I hope you have understood. If you have any doubt, you can rewind the video and watch it again. We'll talk about checking equivalent fraction. That means if two fractions are given, are they equivalent? Yes or no? That we will find out, and we will learn how to check that, whether a pair of fraction is equivalent or not. Suppose a pair of fraction is given 1 by 4 and 4 by 16. So we have to find out that whether 1 by 4 and 4 by 16 are equivalent or not. So what we will do? We will just multiply numerator of one fraction with denominator of the other fraction, and denominator of this one with numerator of this one, like this. Okay. So you can see that 4 into 4 will be what? 16. 16 into 1 will be 16. So here 16 and 16 both are same. Yes, that means these two pair of fractions are equivalent fraction. Yes. Now let's take another pair of fraction, say 3 by 5 and 9 by 15. Are they equivalent? How to find out? We just cross multiply them. 5 with 9 and 15 with 3. 5 9s are, we get 45, and 15 3s are, that is also 45. Since 45 and 45 both are same, that means 3 by 5 and 9 by 15 are equivalent fraction. So answer will be yes for them. Okay, so let's take another example. Say we have 2 by 3 and 8 by 9. So are they equivalent fraction? Pause the video and try yourself, then continue. Okay. I hope you have tried and got your answers. So let's see whether it is a equivalent fraction or not. So what we will do, we'll multiply 3 with 8 and 9 with 2. 3 8s are 24 and 9 2s are 18. 18 and 24, they are not equal. Okay, so 2 by 3 and 8 by 9, they are not equivalent fraction. Okay, let's take another example. 3 by 5 and say 12 by 15. This also you try by pausing the video. Okay, have you tried? Let's see. We'll multiply 5 with 12 and 15 with 3. 5 12s are 12 5s are 60 and 15 3s are 45. Okay, 45 and 60, they are different. So no, they are not equivalent fraction. Okay, have you understood how to identify whether a pair of fraction given are equivalent or not? You just cross multiply them and write them above and see whether they are equal or not. If they are equal, that means they are equivalent fraction, and if not, they are not equivalent fraction. Okay, so I hope whatever we have discussed in this video, the concepts are clear to you. If still you have doubt, you can rewind the video and watch them again. Okay, or you may ask me also. Okay, thank you.